52nd is Cleveland. And so Cleveland kind of did a little sting or what have you, kind of sat at the bottom of Hayden and Woolworth and waited for those trucks just to make sure that they were in compliance or not and get them off the road.
Okay, I'm wondering if, because he did make mention, I don't know how, if it's something that could happen because of the type of road it is, but to have that type of vehicle prohibited from traveling up and down the road. I don't know how doable that is because
No road is zoned for
right,
that type of commercial travel.
right, but then Ivanhoe is also an option. So if they're coming off the freeway from 152nd, then I'm wondering if maybe Ivanhoe can be made, you know, for that road because it is more commercial property on Ivanhoe versus having Noble the way that they travel because we have the residential properties there. I don't know if that's
The problem with Ivanhoe is the wood cutting services behind there.
What's the problem with it?
Well, you're saying coming from Ivanhoe to ARCO instead of...
No, I don't know where the trucks are necessarily going. I don't think all of them are necessarily ARCO affiliated. I know I'm sure a lot of them are, but I do know that there's still, you know, commercial vehicles that travel Noble that aren't associated with ARCO. But the residents are still going to be there, you know what I mean, regardless. So I'm wondering if maybe Ivanhoe could be the alternate route. I don't know if I think that's Cleveland though, but I don't know if that's something that can be worked out. Thank you.
Okay, John Parker, 1257 East 135th Street. This is in regards to you, Mr. King, when you mentioned the issue about cat problem. As far as, well, sometimes I think at the bottom something. As far as the cat situation, I'd rather see the cat because if there were no cats, you would see rats. Now, what are you going to do? She has to make a choice. You see the cats or see the rats. I'd rather see the cats
Than the rats.
than the rats. Because as soon as they disappear, she's going to have a yard full of rats.
Yeah, Brandon thinking I was here talking.
Huh?
He's shaking his head.
Yeah, well, they're keeping the rats away. Say, okay, well, I'm going to leave that alone. Okay.
Funny guy.
No, now, are we on these resolutions right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's one here.
Okay, as far as these resolutions authorizing the transfer to funding be all under the neighborhood.
No, that, that's a different one. You give him the General Services Committee.
Oh, yeah.
Order
The
16.
other sheet you have.
The one on the bottom. It's that one now.
Oh, the resolution granting a conditional use. Wait a minute, I'm looking right. Oh, 55, 16?
Yeah.
Oh, no, 16.
16.
Okay, all right, go wrong bit. Well, I'm not on that right now. I'll go to them later on. Okay, so, but basically that was my point on that in regard to this case.
Yeah, totally agree.
About
About the cats.
Okay. So we have no more remarks? All right, on to the legislation. Dr. Guy, can you read the ordinance?
Okay, ordinance number 1616, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a memorandum of understanding with the Cuyahoga Soil and Water Conservation District for the purpose of providing technical assistance and implementing soil and water conservation measures in order to implement the public involvement and public education pipe requirement under the Ohio EPA Municipal Separate Storm Sewer Discharge MS4 permit and declaring an emergency. Requested by Mayor Gary A. Newton Jr. and sponsored by Councilor Joei Graham.
Okay, so this legislation, I don't know if the residents get a copy of the ordinance in full, but basically the 6 points that they have within the ordinance is it's public education outreach, public participation and involvement, illicit discharge detection and elimination, construction site runoff control, post-construction runoff control, pollution prevention, good housekeeping for municipal operations. Now, is that what you were referring to as far as how much or where that pipeline ends or all of the specifics?
The four that you just said.
Okay.
Because I never gave you all the information to it. It's just they keep adding.
Right. Director Hammond, do you think you can get clarification on this for Mr. Irby as far as?
What is the question?
His question is regarding where it actually stops, or the pipeline, the length of the pipeline as far as where it
And
actually
what is
stops.
the discharging that they're supposed to be discharging now? You guys never got that.
Well, one thing about this ordinance, it'll be, if you pass it, utilized in conjunction with the engineer that we're in the process of hiring, and the engineer and this program will be paid for out of the Regional Sewer District Cost Sharing Program. And so this particular program will provide public education. It'll give us the details in terms of the questions that you're currently asking. It'll be an ongoing communication with the residents, with the citizens. We are required to have regular meetings to disseminate information, and this is the mechanism, the agency that serves the majority of cities in Calgary County that does this. So I don't have an answer for you right now. It might have been in that multitude of flyers and videos and presentations that the people from the sewer district gave us, but this is the organization that we are retaining our information, and the passage of this resolution is due in no later than November 28th to the county. Otherwise, we can't utilize them. That's why I've asked for it to be an emergency.
And we are reimbursed.
Yes, through
50.
the cost sharing program.
So to this date, you still don't know
Still
the
don't
whole
know.
program.
But this is an organization that will be responsible for educating the citizens.
But
That the sewer district basically has listed as a preferred
But-
provider of.
to date, you, councilman, has not seen the entire project. Somebody got the whole map of where it's coming in and where it's going out. Y'all need to know that before y'all vote on it.
We have it upstairs. I mean,
Wait a minute,
they gave us a
what is he-
multitude of, they were here 3 times, and they passed out in-color maps and
wasn't on the-
detailed diagrams
For to date,
of all that
I wasn't listening.
information.
To date,
What are
the
you?
map has been changed 4 times. To date, East Cleveland is still on the bottom of the pile. Cleveland Heights, and if you'll call Miss Clinkscale, she will give you the entire diagram of where they're coming through Cleveland Heights, coming through East Cleveland, going to Cleveland. To date, you don't have the full map. Please ask them for full maps.
Wait a minute. I don't understand.
Map has been
I don't
updated
understand what he's
since
asking.
was originally presented to council.
The map that they originally gave you are false. Our law director needs to set up an appointment to get the true map, because they're going to keep changing it on you.
Telling you.
No. Hey, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. This is with the stormwater,
Yes, it is.
right? This is in
Right.
regard